Hey, so I wanted to make an update about quitting Facebook. If you remember my first video, I quit Facebook about a month ago, January 1st. Basically, I quit Facebook because I was kind of getting ridiculously addicted. I would just like scroll past pages on Facebook and then not even realize that I had logged in. It was consuming so much of my time. It was just such an unproductive site. I also had some privacy concerns. Yeah, I'm so happy that I quit, honestly. After I quit, I remember that one of the other reasons that I wanted to quit a long time ago was that my Facebook page, I don't know about yours, but my timeline was plagued by just misinformed posts, just, you know, a lot of misinformation and just cherry picking and fake news and just people with like misinformed opinions and like people who were just ignorant, and like you would prove them wrong and then they just like be happy that they were ignorant and they wouldn't want to like change their opinion. And that's just not how I roll at all. Like, I like facts and I like debating, but I like being logical and I like arguments, like real arguments. So for me, just willful ignorance and the way Facebook worked with like, oh, all opinions matter and whatever was just not my thing. So seeing a lot of like unfounded, like even memes that had like a quote by someone and like the quote wasn't true, like they never said the quote, and just stuff like that just pissed me off. You could just take 5 seconds out of your day and Google that quote. Even the first result that would come up from Google would be like Snopes.com. That's false, they never said it, whatever. And then you get a million sources saying that that's not true. But you know, people are unwilling to do that. They're just fueling their opinions with untrue facts. And that was my Facebook. It was just opinions. Stupid, ignorant opinions. And pictures of cool stuff. Pictures of people doing cool stuff. To me, that was just a toxic environment. So I'm glad that I'm not there anymore. And the other, you know, that's one thing. That's, you know, the misinformation. And the other reason that I quit was the distraction part of it. And recently, you know, I was thinking about distraction and how, you know, having a quiet, peaceful mind is such a luxury in today's world, which is weird. You know, we have everything, but we've just oversaturated our minds with information, obviously. It's like this wall of sound, wall of light, wall of text, wall of everything constantly at our fingertips. But the weird thing is that the more you quiet your mind, the more you're able to discern, you know, what information is valuable and which isn't, and the more you're able to digest the information you actually get. So even last week when the travel ban came out, I was talking to people like a few days after, and they honestly, like, more people were aware of like who was winning Miss Universe or like who was playing the Super Bowl than about the fact that there was a travel ban. They had no idea what I was talking about. I'm not trying to censor free speech, and I'm not trying to tell you what you're allowed to use as entertainment or not, because I also have, you know, my stupid TV shows that I like, and my stupid news that I like to consume, and my stupid media as well. I'm not like, I don't like only like high art and whatever. You know, like if you like Miss Universe, that's great. I thought it was so sad that we were more connected with distractions, because it's really, you know, these are distractions, than with the actual stuff that's happening with current events. And I'm not saying, you know, you need to watch the news, because I don't even like watching the news, and I think that you can justify, you know, if you don't like watching the news, I think you can justify it, because even, you know, our mainstream news has a lot of issues that, you know, we could get into. But I don't think that gives any of us an excuse to be completely unaware of what's happening in the world, and instead to be distracted by events and by media that's produced by those same people. So it's like, instead of being connected with current events, we're gonna let them distract us from current events. That's worse. You can choose your news. So if you don't like CNN, if you don't like Fox, if you don't like whatever, you can just go on Google and search for a million other news sites, million other online newspapers and magazines and articles and whatever you want to consume. So you don't have to consume mainstream media. And I know that sometimes it feels like these current events aren't happening inside our little bubble. You know, I mean, I'm in Panama. What does Trump have to do with me right now? The thing is that even if we are far from whatever's happening right now, we can always help in some way. And I'm not saying, you know, I have to like go and donate to any charity that's helping the US right now. But I'm saying that we can help make our society better. We can help educate people. We can volunteer with whatever skills we have. And we can make sure that, you know, any tragedy that's happening around the world right now doesn't happen again by trying to set up the world right now for a better future. And there's tons of ways to do that. I mean, just to give my example, I work in education. So of course I always try to teach in the best way that I can, and I do a lot of stuff for free as well for people who can't afford it. And of course, I also do a lot of vegan activism because I think that that's a really worthwhile cause for our environment and the animals and our health as well. But you can do activism and you can help out in whatever speaks to you and in whatever you're good at. Grab your skills and grab, you know, whatever speaks to you, and you can do activism in that way however time allows you. And we're never disconnected because we're only on one earth and we all share it. To tie it in with Facebook, I 100% don't regret disabling my account right now. It's disabled. You know, I could enable it again in any minute because that's the weird way that Facebook works. But yeah, like right now, I think I overestimated how much Facebook contained the ignorance and the misinformed comments and etc. that I was trying to run from, because like it definitely exists outside of Facebook. I don't want to come off here as like, oh, I'm so smart and like I'm immune to this, because of course like I'm not the smartest person and I make ignorant comments as well. But I'm trying to be an informed person. And part of that is having, you know, informed arguments and worthwhile conversations and being on Facebook, you know, and I've been on Facebook for 10 years and I realized that being on Facebook was not conducive to that because most people were not interested in that. Even professors that I had in high school and in college and people who I thought were into that, I would try to have an argument on Facebook and they would just not have it and they would just reply with stupid memes and stuff, and I just grew tired of it. Of course, you know, I want to be educated and I want to learn, and I'm not perfect, but I don't think that Facebook is a place for that. Facebook is a place, you know, to connect with people and to share pictures and share videos and like stuff. And that's great, but it's not for me right now. But anyways, if you are deciding whether you want to leave Facebook or not, you know, try it for 1 month and then see if it's for you or not. I think that you're gonna like, you know, leaving it. It just declutters your mind a little bit, and you know, I'm all about decluttering this year, so just do it. See you later. Bye.